Looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy. Appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but pretty prime's looking pretty good. With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stand a chance. Couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power. You didn't have to do that, Ingram. Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. Better hightail it up to the Fridwell. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you tonight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Już nie słodźcie. Poziom 19. Hurra! A teraz czas na Prydwen. Maxson chce z nami pogadać. Ciekawe o czym. Przy okazji uzupełnij trochę zapas amunicji. Gdzie będziesz, Maxson? Ślepa zdrada. Porozmawiaj ze starszym Maxsonem. Co, tutaj mam iść? Czy na Prydwen? Mówili o Prydwen. Dobra, mniejsza z tym. O, jest Maxson. Cześć, Maxson. Co się dzieje?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe.
O co chodzi?
Firmy completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they call cz.1.
Paladin Danse jest syntkiem. Świetnie.
Disappears without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion. The M79 cell and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm
Ten główny, którym wtedy się po instytucie kręciliśmy.
And then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
I suspect you're saying exactly what I want to hear, Knight. Do you wish to try again?
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
Because you never expected this information to see the light of day. Now tell me the truth, before I have you thrown over the side of the pipeline.
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Don't insult my intelligence. You fought side by side with Danse. I find it impossible to believe you're ignorant of his identity.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
How dare you speak to me in that tone of voice? I'm growing tired of your lies. Tell me everything you know before it's too late.
Has it ever occurred to you that Danse might not be aware of his own identity?
No, it did not. However, even if that were true, Danse still represents a clear and present danger to us all. Your sincerity in this matter has been rather surprising. Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you as your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a Sith. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
There must be some other way.
You wouldn't even fathom letting him live, would you?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing him. Find Proctor quickly. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. At night, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders.
O, awans.
You're dismissed.
Prefekt Quillan. Zaraz, najpierw to ja idę zrobić małe zakupy, bo mamy dosyć mały zapas amunicji. Tak naprawdę nasz ponad...
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
No to widzimy się zaraz po małych zakupach. I świetnie, idziemy teraz do Quillana. Zaznacz sobie po prostu prefekt Quillan.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of our life.
Syntetyk.
Kitoch!
Doctor,
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports and unfortunately I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a Sith?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up and then we knock him down. Is that it?
how did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Noxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer and you will show her the respect that she's due. So help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertigo gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
No to chodźmy.
Well, if it isn't the woman who will find the crime, the Brotherhood is in your debt.
Idź, Helen, idź. Ale się grzebiesz.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
tutaj.
Scribe Halen, do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse? I haven't decided yet. Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what
No
I
to
have to
słucham.
say. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse. Why are you telling me all of this? Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
What Maxon's asking isn't just.
All right, I'll hear him out. That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Priblins showed up, Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Posterunek nasłuchowy Brawo. Czyli tam musimy iść. Dobrze. Będziemy nagrywać, jak tam już dojdziemy. Jesteśmy w posterunku nasłuchowym Brawo. Mamy znaleźć Dansa, który chyba się mocno broni. Lampa próżniowa. Coraz lepiej idzie z tymi zamkami. Wkład plazmowy, nabój 5 mm, nabój. Ale wszystko, co mi potrzeba. Winda nie działa. Terminal. Uruchom windę. No Valentine, idziemy. Jazda w dół. Spróbujemy ocalić Dansa. Teraz zauważyłem, jaką ty masz tą kapotę podartą. O! A to kto? A, Danse! Co to do cholery jest?